So here's Lifts and Leaders, the Interlift podcast. And I'm your host, Denise Wenzel. And today we're talking about something that connects and also protects people every day. And that's kind of, let's say it, lift safety and all features we need for a safety lift ride. My guest is Shawn Gabor, and Shawn represents Memco by Avire, and the company that has been synonymous with trust, reliability, and safety in the elevator industry since, if I look for it right, 1971 already. And they are based in the west of London originally. And they develop and producing intelligent communication detection systems for lifts. And their mission is simple: to make vertical mobility safe and smart and seamless. So Shawn, welcome to Lifts and Leaders. How are you?
Thanks, Denise. Thanks for welcoming me here, and thanks for introducing the company in this wide area. So I think all of the things are said about our company, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay, so we can finish the podcast. That's enough. We said everything.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you.
Have a nice
day. No way, Shawn. We want, first of all, your personal introduction, because we're really excited to know more about you personally and what brought you into the lift industry. And, well, on the other hand, maybe there was a key moment or a project that sparked your passion for lift safety. Take us with you into your history, your story. Maybe it's kind of a history, I don't know.
It is. It's some kind of a story, yes it is, but it didn't start in the lift industry. So I started in complete other areas, and I went to the lift industry. It's pretty easy over headhunter. Mm-hmm. So I was in this recycling industry, and I tried to find a new opportunity for me to increase my knowledge, to have better approach inside markets and all the stuff. So I went to a headhunter, and he introduced me to Avire, and now I'm here since 9.5 years. I like this company a lot. They like me, hopefully. So. And one of the most interesting stuff happened to me in this company is they increased my level to a country sales manager. And now I have a wide view inside an international company. So we are presented worldwide, all over the world. I talk to product management, I talk to marketing, I talk to sales directors, I talk to my team, of course, in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So we have a back office in CZ, in Czech Republic, where we produce most of our stuff. So This is the central plant we have. And for me, the opportunity was to get inside an international company and know all the stuff all around the world. And happy to be here.
Yeah. So you work for Avire almost a decade. You just mentioned 9.5 years. So was there a milestone, something like that, that really shaped your professional journey the most, that you remember the most?
Yeah, indeed. It was the promotion to the country sales manager. So I started as a sales account manager. So I was responsible for several accounts, several areas and several accounts in these areas. And the promotion was the most exciting stuff for me, to be honest. Now I'm responsible for Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and for Eastern Europe. And I coach the team. I am able to get a lot of knowledge from them. And we are such a great team, to be honest. And I like to work with them. And we're just like a big family.
Wow. So you have to be an extroverted person when you work as a sales manager with such a huge team. And
yes.
Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so to you person, you're not the introverted kind of person.
Do you think I am?
No. I saw your LinkedIn profile. So you're the front, you're in the videos, and you talk to customers, you talk to your team, and you're really post a lot, and that's exciting, and that's really fascinating also.
Yeah. So we want to be presented all over, and we want to be visible in all the areas, of course.
Yeah, you do. But for listeners who do not know Memco by yet, so what's the philosophy behind the company? Tell us in your own words, please.
Yeah, it's indeed, as you introduced in the beginning, connecting and protecting people. So it's very...
But these are only buzzwords. Fill them with life for us.
Okay, so there are two areas where we are active with connecting and protecting people. And what we try to do is to digitalize all this stuff. So to make people travel with elevators more safe when they travel with elevators, when they step inside elevators. And digitalization is one of the main words we work towards, as I think in future the lifts will be more digital than they are. So we're talking about 32 years old lifts at the average in Germany. So it's a very old style. And to push them towards a digitalization, it makes things so easier for lift companies, for the people using the lifts, for maintenance. It's the whole bubble around the lift. It's getting more easy, more safe, more reliable.
So in your company, which developments or also strategic steps in the recent years have had the biggest impact? You just mentioned the digitalization. There are a lot of old lifts, especially in Europe, Germany. So are there kind of special digital developments? For example, AI is actually integrated in many ways. So what is it in your company?
So when we talk about lifts and the company I work for with Memco, digitalization is the most interesting part taking place in the last years. And to be honest, so visits on site went down to 10% in our area with digitalization. So it helps a lot to put the technician time down, to help them save money, even though they're much safer on site with the lifts, using lifts.
Okay.
So digitalization is definitely the right word for it, and helps a lot.
Okay, it's the technology and the innovation you really believe that will shape the future of lift safety.
Definitely.
Okay. With sensors, or is it more real-time data, or is it predictive maintenance? What is it in your case?
Yeah, these are a lot of words you hear around the lifts a lot. But to be honest, so digitalization needs movement, and elevator industry is a very slow moving towards new technologies, and all the stuff around is changing. So just as an example, with the 2G shutdown in 2.5 years from the networks, the GSM networks in Germany, no more lift will be able to send out an emergency call equipped with a 2G generation module inside. So you need to switch it to a 4G module. And we are talking about 350 to 400,000 units in Germany. So it's a massive amount of lifts being on an old-fashioned technology, and you need to move them forward. And our approach is to try to do the very best, to do this as easy as possible, as simple as possible for the technicians, and as fast as possible. So you might imagine 350,000 lifts. You need to change GSM modules inside these lifts. You need a lot of manpower. And if they need 1 day per lift, it's not possible to change it.
If you look at the markets, especially your markets here in DACH, the region, so what are, of course, we have a lot of challenges still, but what are the biggest opportunities right now we have?
Indeed, the shutdown of the 2G network in 2028 from Vodafone and from Telecom. So both decided to shut down the 2G network. And as I told you, 350 to 400,000 lifts are equipped with old-fashioned 2G modules inside. So these need to be switched over to 4G. And this is the opportunity and the challenge for all the lift companies, and the challenge behind is also to get all the stuff like 4G chips for the production, to scale the production up in this height. And in my opinion, our company is able to do this, definitely.
Cool. So, and if you look ahead, let's say the year 2045, And what do you imagine? How will the lift industry have evolved? Or how will it look like?
From my perspective, hopefully retired, to be honest.
To you personally?
To me personally, yeah. So I will have an eye.
What will your younger colleagues do then? How will they work? How will they
hopefully
do safety and lifts?
Hopefully ask me for advice afterwards as a consultant. Yeah, so I think the lift industry will be much more digital with much more sensors inside the lifts. So I think you need a big amount of data sent out from the lifts to different platforms, to clouds, to do monitoring, to do safety stuff behind, to make sure they work very safe and reliable. I think digitalization is definitely the main word in 20 years. But 20 years is a lot of time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's still long. Yeah. If you look what happened within the last 5 years or something like that. Or even I just came back from another tech conference, and there they mentioned that 80% of the data we produced within the last 2 years, of the amount of data we produced within the last 2 years. Since we use artificial intelligence, since we have sensors, clouds, as you just mentioned, so data digitalization is growing so strong. It's unbelievable. And yeah, I think we can't imagine where we will be in 2045.
Yeah, I remember a big company in Germany doing records of door movement sounds for a long time. And I don't know what happens afterwards. So every night they send out a WAV file to a server.
But why did they record it?
Yeah, just to find out when the sound is changing, the door might be broken or something like that. So this was a big amount of data, what they did inside a server. And I'm not really sure if it helped, to be honest. But I think this is the direction it goes. To have sounds, to have vibrations, to have sensors inside the lifts, to hear what the lifts do. And as 60% of the lift damages are indeed inside the door movement area. So they concentrate more about the doors at the moment.
Interesting. So I have to listen carefully when I lift. So what can I hear?
Hopefully you don't have to think about the safety inside an elevator using it.
I hope so too. Let's jump back into the entrepreneurial spirit. And spirit means, just what we mentioned before. You are leading teams across multiple countries. That requires a mix of leadership and just the spirit you also bring with you for your company. And what does this entrepreneurship, this spirit you bring to your people mean to you in this industry context? What makes it special? And do you think other sectors compared to the lift industry can learn from it?
So regarding entrepreneurship, inside the company, it's always important to have an open dialogue about technology, about customers, about the customers' needs, what they want to have inside their lifts. I think entrepreneurship in total means we need innovation, we need new ideas, new technologies, perhaps from entrepreneurs coming from other areas, other industries, for example, the automotive industry or something like that. And talking about this, some industries can learn from the lift industry about safety, reliability, definitely. These are two of the words I would recommend to every other company. What we could learn is to learn about sensors. I think sensors is most of the interesting things out of car industry, for example, automotive industry, and perhaps how to interpret all this data. So the one thing is to collect a lot of data. The other thing is to work with the data.
Absolutely, to make them accessible and to work with them.
Definitely. And what comes out of it?
If you could give an advice to young professionals who want to start a career in the elevator industry, what would it be?
2 points from my side. So first of all, visit a training, a basic training about elevators. So there are a lot of companies providing these trainings for new guys inside the lift industry. And on the other side, and I think this is very important, go outside in the field with technicians and feel their pain on site.
Is there a lot of pain when you go outside?
Yeah, the problem. So the challenge is if you develop something, it might be a good solution, but you don't know if the technician has a good solution behind it, or if he has a lot of pain behind it, installing some units or something like that. So we always try to be near the technicians, to feel what do you need to do your job properly and fast, and what do you need to be safe inside the lift for the users too.
Is there any key message or current project from your company you'd like to highlight to our listeners from Lift and Leaders?
Of course, 2G to 4G switch. We try to do this as easy as possible to help the companies to fulfill their technology switch, as this is a very, very important switch, definitely. And we're not only talking about 2G to 4G switch. All the units have to be future-proof. And to provide units to be installed very easy, very fast. So this switch from 2G to 4G can take place until 2028, July. So there will not be the switch turning off the 2G. They will do it step by step, but it will be very fast afterwards. And visit us on our booth. We show you how to do this and we help you to do this.
Thank you. So my last question is, if you had to describe this industry, this lift industry, this lift community in 3 words, what would it be?
I think the most hitting point is safety. So the lifts are one of the safest travel units you can have in the world, definitely. For decades now, for more than 100 years. Reliability, so still 32 years in average for the lifts in Germany. This is definitely
amazing. Yeah.
The cars are not so old.
Yeah.
Definitely. The third word, I would say slow. In adapting new technologies, unfortunately. But we do our very best help the customers to
slow,
do this.
test it, take your time. And
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be safe and reliable. So it's not, I have a new unit here, I install it, and afterwards it doesn't work. Or the safety is not what it was before. Or reliability is down now. Slow but trustworthy, definitely.
Yeah, and so lifts will be one of the most safe vehicles on Earth.
In the vertical transportation,
In the
yes,
vertical
definitely.
transportation, yeah, and we trust in them.
Perfect.
Shawn, thank you so much for your great insight and showing us how innovation and safety go hand in hand. And to our listeners, stay tuned if you like it, and for more inspiration and conversations with people who keep our world moving in the lift industry. Stay tuned. We go up and down, but always forward. Here's Lift and Leaders, the Interlift podcast. Thank you very much for joining us and for listening. Thank you very much, Shawn.
Thanks, Denise.